Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Epson, and just like I said, once I finish recording the last video, I'm gonna press record and start recording this video. Same everything. It don't matter. We here. And guys, this is gonna be the story of the second time that I rode the coach bus to Wisconsin, and basically this is after the time that I wasn't even gonna come back to Wisconsin. I wasn't even thinking about going back to UWSP. I came home, I was gonna get a job, go to UDC, some other shit. And unbeknownst to me, my guidance counselor or my admissions officer was basically telling me that my friend, who I really just met him, I'm not gonna say his name, but I just met him and his boy and shit, and they went to see, and basically he was telling me that my friend, who also said that he wasn't coming back to school, he said that he was coming back to Point. To which I said, damn, I mean, I don't really know dude like that, but that's kind of a compelling offer. And then he was also saying how we could be roommates and all of this stuff. So I was like, you know, I'm with it. You know, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do my thing in Wisconsin, and yeah. So whole T, he was lying. But that's another story, bro. We didn't even figure out either. So basically, I'm gonna skip ahead to the day that we were leaving. So we're leaving, and my mom drives me down to the high school. I forget which high school it was at. But we go to the high school, and the coach bus was already waiting for us. So we pack up all our stuff and basically say our goodbyes. He took like this big group photo. And then after we took the photo, we was on the bus and on our way to Wisconsin. I think like 5 or 10 minutes after I took off, I called my mom to make sure she was good and all that stuff, and basically really tell her that I'll miss her and all that stuff, and I'll basically see her after the semester was over, all that stuff. Niggas, when you ain't gonna see your mother for a minute, nigga. Don't give me that bullshit. Fuck you talking about. Anyway, I tell my mom I love her and that I will see her in a semester, and she said, I love you too, son. So fuck y'all. So anyway, we on the bus, and I'm sitting in the vicinity of my friend, but we not sitting next to each other and shit. So I'm sitting next to some dude. I forgot who I was. I remember who I was sitting next to, and that's also my other boy who was from my high school. I was sitting next to him. We was chilling and shit, and you already knew that he had the pack on him. I had the pack on me. My mans had some pack behind me. We was already like basically in cahoots with each other, but he didn't know, but we knew type shit. So every rest stop, you already knew we took the long way, and we used our like 30 or 45 minutes that they were using to get food. And we blazed a couple, and it was lit. And one of the last pit stops that we stopped at, basically we said fuck it, and we had a couple like white boys. So we sat on the fucking curb of the gas station we were at, and we just said fuck it, like we didn't care, we was smoking. And everybody else was inside getting food and shit. And we was talking, and my boy said, yo, what made you tell him that you wanted to come back to Point? And I sat in my head and I was like, what? And he said, what made you tell him that you was coming back to Point? He told me that you was coming back to Point, and that's why I should come back to Point. This is my friend talking, bro. And I'm in my head like, yo, he said the same shit to me. So I basically was like, he said the same shit to me. Like, he was like, what you mean? He was like, he told me that you was coming back to Point and that I should come back to Point. And basically at that point we was like, yo, this nigga just lied to us. But by this time we was already in like fucking Ohio. Like, it was too late. And then we was thinking about it, and we was like, what else did this nigga lie to us about? Like, cause he was like, we was basically straight. Like, all we had to do was bring like the $125 for our room deposit. Like, he said that they already had our rooms. We was straight, schedules, all this shit. Like, we was ready to fucking have book rentals and everything. So we drive to Wisconsin, bro. We was just like, all right, fuck it. We ain't even gonna talk to him about it. We just gonna see what happened when we get there. We gonna deal with it when we get there, basically. And we get there after we took another rest stop, but by this time we didn't have any more bags, so we was basically mad as shit. And we was still just riding off the last two white boys we smoked, but we was still mad, so the high was basically gone. Like, we was blown. So we finally drive into Wisconsin, and fucking this shit low key make me mad when I think about it. All right, so we pull up to Wisconsin thinking shit sweet, and everybody was like, I think we were early moving in, so nobody really was on the campus. So we getting on campus and shit, and I was immediately like, bro, I need to go get some pack. Like, we need to get some pack. He was like, yeah, true shit. Like, so I'm like, who? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit up my man Big D. You already know that's my boy. And he answered on like the third ring, and he was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, I'm in Point. And once I said that shit, he was lit. He was like, no the fuck you not. He was like, yo, come see me. I'm right around the corner. I'm at the house still. Because this was after the summer that I stayed in Wisconsin. He was like, yeah, come to the house. Like, come to the house. Like, I don't even care what you're doing. Like, come to the house. And I was like, all right, I'm on my way, bro. So I hang up, and we put our stuff in the room where they was basically holding. So everybody's shit was there. Like, wasn't nobody stealing nobody's shit or nothing. Like, we wasn't hot. Our shit was just sitting there. So after we leave out of the cafeteria, we go straight to Big D house, and we cut through like some buildings because all the buildings was open for janitorial services. So we cutting through buildings and shit like we going to class, and basically we get there in like 5 minutes, and we going past we leaving off campus and going past this like really busy street called Division. And we about to walk and shit. We see this girl on the other side, like they was with kids and shit. Like, it was some type of Upward Bound program where they was like, I don't know the name of this, but I know like Upward Bound takes you to a college and like lets you stay there for the summer. And she was still a part of that program, but they was still there. So like, she was riding her bike up and down the street and shit, and then like she just beelined it like straight across Division, bro. And she almost got hit by like every car on that motherfucker and caused like an endless car pileup because this bitch is just stupid. Like, she just and like she's on our side, and I'm looking at her, and my man's looking at her, and we just like, bitch, are you stupid? Like, are you dumb? Like, did you really just do that shit? And she was like, I've been doing that all day, ha ha ha. And then like, I was like, bro, that bitch gonna die, bro. It was just like, that's the end, bro. I don't know what the fuck possessed her to like just, and it was just so shocking to me how she was just okay. So I guess she must like does this in her hometown or something, like, but that's really scary, yo. And she just like, oh, I do that shit all the time. I be doing that all day. Like, I was like, oh, this bitch is crazy. So I ended up getting in Big D house, and once I stepped foot in the door, I don't even know how this nigga knew. Like, the door was unlocked. I ain't even make a sound coming in. I just opened the door, came in, and the nigga just knew, and he was just like, yo, what's good? Came around the corner, gave me a big ass bear hug. Like, this nigga like huge. He damn near picked me up. Like, he was like, bro, I thought you wasn't coming back, bro. Like, what's good? Like, well, how you here? And I was like, yeah, I'm staying for the semester. Like, I'm going, you know, stick it out and stay up at Point. And he was like, I'm glad to hear that. All that shit, we talking it up, rapping and stuff. And he like low-key forgot that we was coming to pick up. Like, he just started sparking. He had J's already rolled. We was just cooling. Then we ended up copping like the 8th or some shit. We copped the Tray 5 off him. And he gave us like, bruh, it was deep blood. No, we said we wanted a J, bruh. I gave this nigga $10. The big thing was, I ain't see you in forever, bruh. Slapped me like 3-4 grams. Was like, yeah, you gonna need it. I was like, nigga, bet. So we step off, like already off the come up, like fuck it, off the grace of just being back in Stevens Point. And once I stepped foot out of Big Dave house, I was like, it's good to be back. But whole T, once I stepped foot out of his house, everything went downhill from there. So we end up going back to the place, and we're smacked. So we end up going back. They calling our phones, trying to figure out where we at. We like, fuck y'all, we adults. So we get back when we get back. And they're like, yeah, you gotta go down to the building and apply for housing. And it was like, you thought you already did that. He was like, no, it's just a couple of more paperwork that we need to sign. Then we gotta go over to the dean of students. And I was like, why didn't you tell us we was doing all of this stuff? Like, I thought we was smooth. Like you said, we was smooth type shit. Like, what is going on? He's like, oh no, we just gotta do a couple more things. Everything's gonna be finished today. And I was like, once he said that, I was like, this is not gonna be a good day. I just knew it. So we ended up, I'm just gonna give you the short story. We ended up spending like an hour and a half in the fucking housing building. applying for housing. She basically said that they had no record of us applying for housing at all, and that we needed $125. So we basically did that. Go to the Dean of Students office, which the bursar's office, basically where they do all the money. Ended up spending like another 3 hours in there getting our financial aid to go to the right spot. Then we had to go back to the dorms because we had to talk to the hall manager who needed approval for us to move into the dorms. And that took another 45 minutes to an hour. So already now, shit is like closing. Like all of the buildings that we need to go to have been closed because now it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the fucking afternoon, and we're like waiting for this fucking dickhead to say that we can move into the dorms, which he knows that we can move into the dorms. So we're waiting for him, and we just sitting in the lobby with all our shit, just like, fuck this nigga. Like, fuck this nigga. Like, I could be home right now, like, making money. Like, fuck this nigga. And that was just the only thing going through my head. And then I just had to really think about just the opportunity of being there. So then I was like, all right, I'm here. I'm just going to make the best of it. That ended up being a crazy ass day after we touched down in fucking Wisconsin for the second time. Me and my boy. I wish he was here. He's home. He's home again. I might end up making a video with him. You never know. We might tell this video again or something similar. We did a whole bunch of stupid shit. Actually, I plan on going to take a trip to Wisconsin sometime in April. So maybe me and my other boy could tell some of our stories that we had, because we've been through a whole bunch of shit. But anyway, guys, I feel like I'm rambling. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a boy a like. Make sure you drop a comment on what you want to see next. And make sure you subscribe to join Flight Squad. 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 Peace out, guys. Oh, Epson, what have you done now?